there. Welcome back to another episode of The Mat. My name is Kat Wendorf, and I am your Nesta Sports Certified Yoga Instructor practicing in Florida. And today I would like to talk to you about the L4, L5, S1, and the McKenzie disc exercises that we can do to prevent or alleviate spinal injury or otherwise spinal pain. Before we get started on that, I would like to throw some fun out there today. I was recently listening to the great real estate guru Ryan Serhant, and you may or may not know him from his new Netflix show, which is Owning Manhattan. Season 1 is out. If you haven't seen it, it's dynamite. If you're into anything real estate or reality, it's just a really refreshing take on reality. I'm not a big reality show watcher, as you guys might know if you know me, but that is one because it's in the real estate field and that's where I am. That's definitely one to watch. So anyhow, Ryan says that we should be able to define ourselves by 3 adjectives. And he also says to maybe go out and ask someone close to you or your friends how they would describe you. So Ryan's are successful, polished, and limitless, all 3 of which he is. And so I'm driving along and I'm like, okay, let me think of what people have said about me and what do I think about myself? So I came up with these. I am soulful, impactful, and resilient. I say I am soulful because I know, just being a Pisces, I feel things deep and I think and feel from my soul. And I apply that in everything in my personal and professional dealings in life. I believe I am impactful because I share my knowledge with others and I constantly seek to learn more and grow as a person and share that and make impressions on everyone that I come across. And lastly, resilient, because faced with any obstacle or adversity, I rise to the occasion and or pick myself up off the ground post failure. So these are things that my friends have mentioned to me that are my strengths. And they are things that I also can say that, yes, effectively, I am soulful, I am impactful, and I am definitely resilient. So what are your 3 adjectives? If you will post them below, I would love to know. I know a lot about most of you, and I can come up with some for you. So if you need help, just, reach out and drop me a text. But other than that, I think I want to hear what comes off of your mind. The first 3 things that come off your mind based upon what people have said to you and what you know about yourself. This is a great thing. Let's see what happens with this. And with that being said, let's talk about the L4, L5, and the sciatic nerve problems that people have. Do you have RA, fibromyalgia, disc issues, spondylosis, osteoporosis that's causing you back pain, things that mess with your day? Well, I have all of the above. The 3 facts that you might not know: 1 to 2% of all people in the world are believed to have a serious bulging disc. Bulging discs are twice as common in men than they are in women. And that was something I didn't really know. And over 90% of bulging discs occur in your lower back and your lumbar area. That I did know because I deal with herniated and bulging discs both. So as we age, we're more likely to end up with these issues because our discs lose the structure over time and the lubricating fluid that surrounds them, it makes it more brittle. You've probably heard the terms bulging disc and herniated disc, but you probably didn't know what the difference was between the 2. For starters, a herniated disc can be commonly called like a slip disc or a collapsed disc. And that confuses things even more when you hear these different terms. And your diagnosis that you get would also vary depending on what type of doctor you see. A chiropractor, acupuncture, your general MD, maybe you go to a neurologist. They're all going to have different terms and different thoughts, but the true telltale is when you have an MRI, which I've had repeated MRIs throughout the years due to these problems with my discs. The easiest explanation that I learned is your herniated disc is more like an opening in the disc, and then it spills inside out from there. Whereas a bulging disc is the disc stretching and protruding out. So the big difference being that a bulging disc is caused by pressure that forces the disc to stretch. And the herniated disc is basically caused from a crack that develops in the outer layers of the cartilage. So your disc is like a soft cushion that buffers the space between the vertebrae, which are all the small bones that make up in the spinal column. And your discs are like, think of like a shock absorber, which allows us to be flexible. So if you have RA or fibro, or if you are full of inflammation, maybe you have, say, an injury, the outer layer of the disc then can stretch and it can pull out of its normal place. Think of it like a huge hamburger on a tiny bun. This is commonly found in the lower back, your lumbar region, which is down here, and that is your L4, your L5 area, and it can show up also in your cervical area, your neck, and your thoracic spine, which is your upper and middle back. So if you have fibromyalgia, if you're a sufferer like it, then you likely have all three of those areas, which I do, which are commonly referred to as my fibro spots. So what can we do to prevent and maintain our body with this type of injury, with this type of diagnosis? Number one, keep moving, stay active. Do not stop moving all throughout every day. Walk a lot, get up and down a lot, do things. If you're homebound, do things at home. If you're in the office, get up and stretch every hour, because if we sit for any length of time, this is when you're going to feel it most. This is when that decompression is, you're not getting any relief. So maybe invest in a stand-up desk if you're glued to your desk for any length of time. Pay attention to your body signals. What do I mean by that? First off, your posture. Are you sitting up straight? Do you have a gel or foam cushion underneath your buttocks? Do you have lumbar supports on your office chair? Get up from your desk hourly. Set an alarm if you need to remind yourself. Other things that we ignore that add up, pay attention to how you lift, how you jump, how you run. Do not overtrain if you're a gym rat or if you have maybe an upcoming marathon. I can't emphasize enough the importance of safety in all movement and all exercise. Number three, get enough sleep. Whatever your norm is. For most adults, 7 to 9 hours is recommended. For some of us, it's only 5 to 6 that we get. Whatever your norm is, take that each night. Get a schedule and stick to it. If you have trouble, program your cell phone. Make sure your clock's on for do not disturb in your settings in your smartphone. Make sure during those sleep hours it's on DND and only allow your emergency contact list, or maybe any number. There's a setting on there for any number that repeatedly calls to allow that through, just to be on the safe side in case, God forbid, somebody's trying to get a hold of you from a hospital or 911 type situation. Number four, your diet. You control what goes into your body, your temple. Just as you need oxygen to breathe, you need water. So why are we not drinking water? Look into building an anti-inflammatory diet by simply cutting your sugars, your processed meats, your chemically sprayed vegetables. Cut back on alcohol if you partake in alcohol, and packaged snacks. Pay attention to how your food is processed and cooked. Where are you getting your food from? Are you getting it from a takeaway? Is it grilled? Is it fried? These things all add up. Are you eating out more than once a week? Are you eating fast food? Are you getting meal prep? Are you getting, meal prep dropped off? How are they cooking it? Are they using extra virgin olive oil? Are you using it? Are you using canola oil? Are you using coconut oil? Are you eating lean proteins? When your weight is healthy, it reduces the payload on your lower back and enhances the quality of everything in your life. Now, for a few exercises that you can do at home or at the office to work on your L4 and L5, this comes not only from my years of yoga training, but from personal experience from several different physical therapists that I've worked with. These are commonly known as the McKenzie exercises. And I also threw in one modified seated cat-cow pose at the end for you, Marijanasana, which comes from the Sanskrit Marijana, meaning cat. Of course, the crazy cat lady in me, I had to put that one in. I hope you enjoy your class today and that you continue to come back to your mat for more. Until next time, live your best life, and I will see you in class. Hi there, welcome back to another great episode of The Mat. My name is Kat Wendorf, and I am a Nesta certified sports yoga instructor practicing in Florida for those of you who are just joining us today. Today, we're going to do some quick exercises to help relieve any or prevent any disc pain that you may have in your L4, L5, which is the lower lumbar portion of your spine. So roll out your mat without further ado and bring your comfy pillow. And if you want, bring 2 pillows, depending on what your comfort is. So I'm going to turn around so you can get a good look, okay? We're going to go ahead and put your pillow on your mat, and I want you to come on down onto your belly, resting your shoulders and chest onto the pillow. So my chin's at the top of the pillow and my feet are pointed out and relaxed on the floor. Notice that my arms are relaxed and spread on the floor. My fingers are spread open and relaxed. So you can turn your head if you want to the right, to the left, whatever works for you. But what I want you to do, more importantly, is to make sure in this McKenzie exercise that you are relaxing into the pillow with your upper shoulders and your neck relaxed and your arms so that we can relieve the pressure in the L4 and the L5. So we're going to make sure to keep breathing. We want to inhale and exhale, and we want to stay in this position for at least 30 seconds. So we want to do this in 30 seconds to a minute, depending on what you can do. Miss Darcy is joining us in class today, everyone. And so after the 30 seconds, we can come on up, maybe stretch out a little bit and go back down. And we're going to repeat. And we're going to do about 10 sets of this. I want you to do that for a week and see how it works for you. If you're uncomfortable in any of these exercises, use more than 1 pillow or bolster, whatever you have available. After you've done that for a week, you should notice a little relief going on. After week 1, I want you to come up and do the same thing, but this time I want you to come up on your elbows. So you're not resting all the way down. You have a little bit of lift. You're on your elbows. And so you're going to hold that for 30 seconds. Remember, most importantly, to keep breathing in and out. Put on your favorite music and just enjoy. Or for those of you that are maybe watching your podcast or listening to your podcast, watching your vlogs, things like that, this is the perfect opportunity because you can stay in your position and watch your show and you're not really moving around too much, so you're not so distracted. Look at Darcy. She's going to show you how to do it. She does it 16 hours a day. So that's week number 2. Now you should really be feeling a little bit of relief. If you're at the office, and even if you're in a stand-up desk, bring your mat to the office. Make sure you have a pillow. Stuff it somewhere in the closet, whatever you need to do if you have your own office, and just roll it out. So when you're feeling that tension and that tightness, get down on the floor. I even know some people that bring their phone down because they have to keep the text going. They have to stay in the loop 24/7. So, okay, week number 3, I want you to come up now into upward dog. So you're going to be up now, okay, and you're going to be holding it up. So it's not as relaxing, but it's decompression. And that's the same thing that you would get basically if you were on an inverter hanging upside down, which is another great way to release the L4 and L5. But some of us who have osteoporosis or RA or fibromyalgia, it's not recommended that we hang in an inverter. So that's why we are doing this, okay? And then, of course, remember to release after your 30 seconds. Maybe come on down here, just stretch in the opposite direction. And then you're going to go back into your upward dog and hold it again. And I want you to repeat that. So that would be by your 3rd week. The next one I'm going to show you is another decompression exercise. This one is going to be more for the abdomen and the hips. So 1 pillow or 2 pillows, whatever makes you comfy. I want you to come on down
And you can do this, you don't have to wait to the third week. You can do these in conjunction with each other. So that was a McKenzie exercise. This is a decompression exercise. Bring it down under your stomach and, maybe fold your hands and come on down and rest yourself. And this is how we're just going to hold this. And what this is doing, this is releasing 3 seconds to a minute. Repeat this a couple of sets. Tight down here. My sciatic people, if you have sciatic nerve problems, this is another one that you're really going to enjoy. So, you can do it with each other. The next one I want to show you is going to be in a chair. I'm going to use my little piano bench here just to demonstrate. Okay, so this is a nerve glide. And for the nerve glide, you're going to hold it also 30 seconds to 1 minute. And this is going to be knee extensions while we're lifting our neck back. Okay, so to start with, you want to make sure you're seated upright. Your posture is good, okay? And your buttocks are firmly on the seat. So we're going to start with the right leg. Okay, so I'm going to extend out, knee extension out, head back. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, bring it up, neck is back. Exhale, down. Again. And down. Breathe it out. In through the nose. Oceanic breath out through the mouth. And relax. You're going to repeat that on the other side, okay? So we're going to bring the left leg up and the neck back. Leg extension, neck back at the same time. Inhale. Bend it back down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale it back down. Inhale. Exhale it back down. One more. Inhale. Okay, so you want to get at least 30 seconds to a minute of practice on that as well. You can repeat the sets. Start with your McKenzie, work down on your decompression in your abdomen and your hips, and do your leg extension. The other one that I guess I will show you today is going to be seated cat-cow posture. So for that, I want you to relax your legs on the floor, put your hands on top of your knees, spread your fingers, loosen up, just give it a little wiggle. Okay, so we're going to curl up to the sky, releasing our neck, our shoulders, and our back, and exhale. Bring it all the way in. Inhale. Bring it back. Relax the neck, the shoulders. And exhale. Curl it in. Your abdomen's going back. You should feel your hips going back. Bring it in and up. And neck back, shoulders relaxed. And one more exhale. And there you go. There's 4 quick exercises that will totally relieve any hip L4 and L5 pain if you repeat them ongoing. And I thank you for taking the time out of your day to join me here on the mat. And if you have any comments, we will welcome them. Any questions, please just leave a comment below. If you like us, subscribe and join us for another class. Thank you. And as always, namaste.